What is the length of B? 2, right? 2 elements, that's right. The length of the collection will be the length of the length of the collection will be the length of the set. Set of, okay, to a set, I'm passing this many elements. What is the length of M? Length of M is 4. Why? Because duplicates not allowed, right? Length will be 4. Type of M, set type. Print M, print set of 4 elements, right? To a set, I'm passing a tuple of 5 elements. What is the length of M? What is the length of M? To a set, I'm passing a tuple of 5 elements. Say 4. Here also it is 4. To a set, I'm passing 4 elements. What is the length of M? To a set, I'm passing a set. To a set, I'm passing set of 4 elements. Is valid or invalid? This one. Valid. Don't think that if you pass a collection to a set, the collection won't come into the set. The length of the collection will be the length of the set. Only the elements are going to come. The set is not going to come into the set. Only the elements are going to come. Understand? The length will be 4 here also, right? Take this first. This 4. This. In all this, the length will be 4 only. In all these examples, the length will be, see this output. Okay, take this first. What are the various functions that can be applied on a list? Function applied on a list. Functions applied on a list. What are the functions? Len, sum, max, min, sorted, reversed. Okay. If I apply sorted function on a list, what on a tuple, what is the output you get? Sorted tuple you will get or list you will get? List. Sorted function applied on a list or tuple or set, anything. Always it returns list. That thing you need to understand. So here, okay, here also set has got set supports all those functions. If I apply reversed, is reversed function can be applied on a set? a set of elements are there. If you print it, you doesn't know which element comes first, which element comes second. Can you reverse those elements? No. Not possible, right? So reversed function, except reversed function, remaining all function. Why reversed function cannot be applied? Because you cannot reverse that elements. Which element comes at which position, you cannot understand, right? Finish writing this. Now, based upon this observation, right? Okay. Difference between, there are two ways of creating sets. Using curly braces, you can create. Using set function. Mostly you go with curly braces only, right? What is the difference between curly braces of 1, 2, 3, 4 and set function of 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes. Set of 1, 2, 3, 4 and set. What is the difference between this set of this and set of this? Yes. Okay. A equal to this set function. Using set function, I'm creating for using curly brace. What is the length of B, you say first? Length of B is 5. Length of A. Length of A. 5 or 1? In a list, I got one tuple. In a list, assume that in a list I got one tuple. What is the length of that list? 1. List. What is the length? 1. One tuple, one element. To a list function, I have given a tuple of 5 elements. Length is what? 5. To a squared bracket, I have given tuple of 5 elements. What is the length? Okay, observe this diagrammatically. Here, one tuple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the length of this list? 1. This using creating a list using this. We using list function also you can create, right? Now what is the length? Here the length is 5. Here the length is 1. Now the same manner here the length is what? Length is here the length is understood now? Set. So different ways of creating. If within the curly braces, if you keep a tuple, then tuple only will be considered. But in the case of set function, if you are keeping a tuple, tuple won't be considered. Its elements will be considered. Now, try to answer for this. Length of C is what? 2. Length of C is 2. Two tuples within the set, right? Length is 2. Here list of tuples. Here tuple of lists. Length of D is what? Length of D is 1. Length of D. Length of C. 2. Because to a set function, I am passing list of 2 tuples. If you are passing a collection, the length of the collection will be the length of the set, right? To a set function also, a tuple of 2 lists I am passing. Here, print C means you are going to set off 2 tuples, you will see. Set of 2 tuples. Here you will see set of 2 lists. Length is what? Those who are in the online, length of D. Hmm?
2, sir.
Length. Error. Why error? Here 2 tuples coming into the set, right? Here 5 integers coming into the set, right? Here 2 tuples coming, right? 2 tuples coming into a set means tuples accepted into the set. 5 integers coming into the set means integers accepted. Here 2 lists are coming into the set. Are list accepted within the set? No, right? Only immutables only allowed within a set, right? Lists are not allowed. This gives error, right? This gives error. Error you got? Yes. Understood now? Difference between set function and normal. So only one observation you can do using curly braces. Using curly braces, whatever elements are present are taken as it is. If a tuple is given, tuple will be considered. Means length will be 1. But whenever we use set function, if you pass any collection to it, only the elements will be taken. So here also elements means list is taken. That's why it's invalid, right? Take this. Take these 3 examples, 4 examples. Here we say the length is, write down here length is 1. Here the length is 5. Here the length is 2. Here the length, here it is error. Why error? Because lists are coming into the set. Lists are not allowed, right? Understanding everyone. Okay. Once. Now see the last example. What is the length of C? 3, right? Duplicate elements will be eliminated. Here see the last one. Within a set, we have got set of 3 elements. Sets within sets are not allowed. Take to search fast. Yesterday I was saying set does not allow duplicates, set does not allow the insertion order, set does not allow indexing, slicing. Set is a mutable, only immutable elements only allowed, mutable elements also not allowed. Now see some for loop to access set. X equal to 10 to 50. How many times? What is the length of x here? 5. How many times for loop executes? 6 times or 5 times? For loop executes for 5 times only because x has got 5 elements. What is the first p value? Some value it takes. Second p value takes some value. Third value, fourth value. Everything it is going to print in the single line. END. 50, 20, 40, 10, 30. There is no order. Take this. For loop on a set. Finished? Okay. For loop, only for loop. While loop can't be applied. Next step, sir. Just now I said for a list functions and for tuple also, right? The same functions can be applied for set also. So if you want set has got some 5 elements, I want the sum of all the elements means sum of x. Len of x means how much? Len of x. 5. Len of x is 5. The address means prints the address. Type of x means set type, right? Now answer it. Sum of x means it will find the sum of these 5 elements or 7 elements. 5 only, right? X is a set. It's got only if it has got more elements, it will ignore it, duplicate elements. Average, there is no average function. Average equal to sum of x by len of x. So, but there is no average function. If you want to find the average, sum of x means you will get the sum, right? By len of x means 5. Total sum by 5. You will get average, right? Print that average. Max of x 50. Min of x 10. Sorted of x, always it returns list in sorted order, but not set. For tuple also, you won't get tuple of elements in sorted order. You will get list only always. Okay. Take this first. Functions on a set. Yes. Fast, right? Very fast. Functions, applying functions on a set. Sum is 150, average is 30, max, min, sorted. Always in list is written, right? Always a list is going to be written. Think that some function is not there. Assume that some function is not present. So here sum of x means you will get sum of all the elements. Think that some function is not there. How will you perform the sum? Initially sum equal to 0, I will say. Initially sum value is 0. For p in x, it takes one value that added to the sum. You will get some value. Again, p takes the second value, adds to the sum. P takes third value, adds to the sum. Initially sum value is 0, right? Assume that first time it takes 10. Again, p takes the next value, some 30 or 20, right? That will be added to the sum. Next 40 gets added, next 30 gets added, next 50 gets added. Each time it's going to take one value and adds to this, and it creates a sum. Print that sum. Understood, right? Here, if some function is not present, you can just iterate through for loop and get one by one value and add it to the sum. So this is using the predefined function is normal writing code. Okay. Okay, working with set addresses and okay, searching for an element in a set. There are some 5 elements in a set. Address of x, 20 in x. True or false? True. 20 present in x, right? Returns true. 70 in x. 70 not in x. True, right? So whether it is present or not. Okay, take that first up to this. Two lists with same content. Address is same or different? Everyone. Same content. Address will be two lists. Address will be same or different? Different, right? Because now that they are looking same. Later there can be modified. Two tuples with same content, same address. That you need to understand. Working with set addresses. Now see this, working with set addresses. Mutable objects with same content like list or set. Multiple objects will be created which have multiple addresses, right? Mutable objects, even though they have what same content, multiple objects will be created which have multiple different addresses. Immutable objects with same content, only one object will be created, will have same address, right? Understood? Write this point. Now observe. X value is 10 to 50, right? What is Y value? 10 to 50. X value is 10 to 50. Y value also 10 to 50. Address of X, address of Y, same or different? Content, X content is 10 to 50, Y content also 10 to 50. X is Y. Address of y, address of x, same or different? Everyone. Huh? Mutable objects with same content. How many objects you have created? Multiple. X is mutable, y is also mutable with same content. Two objects or one object? Two objects. Set is mutable or immutable? Mutable. Can I add element to a set? Yes. Can I remove element from a set? Yes. Fine. So x is y, true or false? X address is equal to y address? False. X equal to y? True. Now x equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, right? Observe carefully everyone and try to answer this. I'll give time for you to write. Observe this example. X value 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. Previous x value 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And here x is 10 to 60. X address is equal to the x address. True or false? X value 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. X here again 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. X address is equal to x address. What is that? False or true? False. It's true. One second. Here x is x means what is this x? 10 to 60. What is this x? 10 to 60 only. Understanding? Here x was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But here x got modified to 60. X address compared with its x only. X address compared with its address only, right? X doesn't have two values. X value 10 in the fifth line, again x value 50. What is x value? 50. X is x. 50 address compared with 50 address only. 50 x means 50. 50. Here also the same thing, right? Understanding? And x is true or false? True. X equal to x? True. Both are true. Both are true. Take this. Okay, fine. Here you can write x is true. X equal to x also true. This x content compared with x only here. Content. Here x address compared with x only. Here it is false. Here it is x double equal to y. X content equal to y content. True, right? X content is 10 to 50. Y content also 10 to 50. True, right? A value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is B. Yes. False. A is B is false. Even though the contents are same, still it is false because they are mutable. Now they are looking same. Later you can modify, right? A equal to B? True. True. Take this example first. A is B is false. A equal to B is true. Now try to answer now. M equal to 10. Type of M is what? Yes, loudly. Type of M is what? Integer, right? M equal to 10 comma 20. Now you say tuple type, because multiple values you are assigning. Okay, let it be. P equal to 100, 200, 300. What type? Why it is tuple? Because multiple values you are assigning to P. Multiple values means it should be collection type. What type of collection? Tuple. Very simple. Like if there is no braces, by default it is tuple type. What type? Tuple. Okay. A, B, C, D, E equal to X. Is it valid? X value is what? X value is 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. That I am assigning to A, B, C, D, E. What is the A value? If it is a list, yes, if it is a list, what is that? If it is a list, it is 10. Yes. Okay. What is A value? Yes. 10. If it is a list means 10. Because for which element is the first element means in the list 10 is the first element. But in the case of set, which element is the first element, you cannot say. So what is A means any value from this. B also, it takes randomly some value from this. C also, D also. Means this kind of assignment also is fine in Python. In this way also you can assign, I'm saying. Means 5 values of X I'm assigning to this 5 variables, right? But if you observe this next example, list of five values. 5 values, M equal to 5 values, right? 5 values I'm assigning to 5 variables. What is X1 value? Now we can say it's 10, right? X2 value 20, X3 30, X4 40, XY 50. Understood, right? Now take this fast. Finished. Next. This is the output for this. Yes. S1 equal to 10, S2 equal to 20, S3 equal to 30, right? I'm assigning S1 comma S2 comma S3 to P. What is type of P? Tuple. Here also three values S1, S2, S3 values I'm assigning to P, right? Multiple values means collection. Which type of collection means tuple by default? Type of P is tuple. Len of P? 3. Print P means tuple. Okay. Multiple values assigned to single variable collection, tuple type. Now try to answer for this. S1 comma S2 comma S3 equal to 90, 80, 70. What is S1 value? 90. Type of S1 is integer. So here one thing, what you are assigning to S1, S2, S3. S1, S2, S3, what you are assigning? Tuple you are assigning. Tuple you are assigning. But S1 takes the first element of the tuple, S2 takes the second element. S1 is what? 90. S2, 80. S3, 70. Understood, right? This kind of assignment also is valid. Anytime if you see this kind of assignment, don't think it's invalid, it's valid. So here your tuple you are assigning to S1, S2, S3. Here also S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. What I'm assigning? List. What is the value of S2? S2 value is 90.5. Type is what type? Float type. S1 type? Integer. Value 100, right? What is the difference between this definition, defining this, and see the next one? Observe carefully and try to say the answer first, everyone. S1 comma S1 value is 100, S2 value is 90.5, S3 is 75. Here S1 value is what? Entire list. S2 also entire list. S3 also entire list. Okay, understood, right? Now write on, write and write the outputs also. S1 is a list, S2 is a list, S3 is a list, S4, S5, everything is a list. Okay, the same list is assigned to S1, S2, S3, S4, and S5. Similarly, a range of 5 means what? Generally, range function, if everyone try to understand this, range of 5 means what? Generates values from 0 to 4. 0 to 4 it generates. Range of 10 means what? 0 to 9. Range of 100 means 0 to 99, right? Range of 5 means generates values from 0 to 4. So what is the value of x1? 0. x5? 4. x2? 1, right? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And this. Okay, finished. Only tuples we can have as the set elements, right? List is not allowed, set also not allowed. Method. Can I add elements to a set? Can I remove elements from a set or not? Can I add elements? Can I remove elements? I'll take 5 minutes more. Yes. What are the elements, methods of a set means? List methods you say me? Append, extend, insert, pop, remove, index, right? Index. Split, no. Set methods also, we can add elements to a set, we can remove elements from a set, right? So we have got methods like add, copy, update, pop, discard, remove, clear. Yes. First you observe here, later you can make a note of this. First, set 5 elements are there, right? Print x means prints 5 elements. I want to add the 6th element, 60. X is the set, to that add 60. Adding 60 to the set. What is the length? 6. It was 5 previously, it becomes 6. Can I add 2 elements? Error. Because add accepts only one argument at a time. Only one element you can add at a time. 2 elements you cannot add. But to add a tuple of 3 elements, accepted. But a tuple will be added. A tuple gets added. What will be the length now? 7. 6 elements and 1 tuple. Now using add and using for loop, we can add multiple elements one by one. For p in tuple of 3 elements. What is the first p value? 55. 55 added to x. Next p takes 65, add to x. Next p takes 75. Now what will be the length? 10. 3 elements got added, right? Okay. Now see this update method is there. Update method. add of tuple of 70 and 80 and update of 60, 70, 80. Here a tuple gets added, but here 60, 70, 80, here three elements gets added, but 60 is already present, 70 and 80 gets added. The length will become 12. Copy. Copy means duplicate copy of a set. For duplicating a set, x dot copy and store in y. Whatever the text elements, you will be same y also going to get created. And here address of x and y same or different? Different. Y address and x address, different addresses. Two sets, right? Two different addresses. Now z equal to x means x address you are assigning to z. Address of x and z, x is z. True or false? True. Because explicitly you are assigning x address to z. X address is equal to z address. Pop removes element randomly. X dot pop, x dot pop, x dot pop. 3 times I'm saying pop. Observe this output once. Which element getting removed? For example, this is my set, right? X dot pop means which element got removed? 65 got removed. See the next one. 65 got removed, right? Next, again, if I say pop, 70 got removed, right? Again, I said pop, 10 got removed, right? Means what is your observation? Pop, 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 X dot pop. First element. So can I say first element? But you cannot say which element will be the first element. You cannot say. That's why I'm saying randomly element gets removed. Which element will be the first element? You cannot say, right? Understood how to remove element from a set? How to add elements to a set? Using add. How to remove element? Pop. But there are two more methods, remove and discard. X dot discard 20 means 20 gets removed. X dot remove 30 means 30 gets removed, right? Here 20 gets removed, here 30 gets removed. But what is the difference? Both are removing one element, right? But what is the difference means? X dot remove 95. 95 is not present. It gives error. If that element which you are trying to remove doesn't exist, it gets error. In the case of discard, it won't give any error. If this 95 available, it will remove. If not available, it will just ignore. But in the case of remove, it gives error if it is not available. That's the only difference. X dot clear clears all the elements, empty set. Understood, right? All this. Now make a note of this. Try to do this practically, everyone. Implement these things practically. Sets. And some more methods like small concept is left out in sets. Sets, union of two sets, intersection of two sets. You know, like in mathematical, union of two sets, intersection of two sets. Those methods are there. Yeah? I'll discuss those tomorrow. Right? With that, the sets will be completed. Tomorrow, my discussion will be on dictionaries in Python. Dictionary is totally different. Key value pair. Age 25. Age is key. 25 is the value. Collection of key value pairs. So what are the methods? Add method for adding element, copy method to making a duplicate copy. Update method means what? If you want to add multiple elements, pop, discard, and remove for removing elements, right? All the red colored ones are comments. Tomorrow the discussion will be on dictionaries in Python, next collection type, right? After the collections are completed, you will be having a assessment test on collections. Lists are mostly used, dictionaries are mostly used. Tuples, you will get the output or the results as tuple format. Most of the things you are going to get tuples as the output. For example, from database, if you are retrieving the records, tuple in tuple format, you will be getting. Even tuples also used, but mostly lists and dictionaries. Sets very rarely we use. Okay, fine. Like this. list nodes, tuples nodes, and sets nodes. This documents, whatever I typed, right? You'll be getting today. If anyone, if you have not forwarded your mail IDs in the group, if you are not updated, I'll check in that group the mail IDs. I think you have forwarded, right? If anyone has not forwarded that mail IDs in the group, in your respective groups, WhatsApp group, try to update that. I'll be forwarding this list, tuples, and sets. Finish. Check these things. Matic. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. The continuation to the sets.